Hi, everyone. Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. A very exciting video and change of pace that we're doing over here. I know you guys watch this channel all the time. You don't miss a single video. And, the content that you're used to on this channel and my main channel, The Needle Drop, is me with talking about music, always music, everything music, anything having to do with music. But this time we're going to do it a little different. A music nerd, a guy who's always talking about music. Now, this time we're doing movie. I know that's kind of weird, and it's different for me too, because honestly, I haven't really watched to movie too often. I don't really know what I'm getting into with this one. Music, I definitely know what I'm getting into. Like there's sound, you hear it, there's a start, there's an end. People are musicians in a group, sometimes a single person, but a group making the music together collectively. Whereas movie, like, how's it even happening? I don't know. But I think with this video reacting to movie, I think we're going to find out. We're going to get to the bottom of it. I'm going into this raw. I'm going to watch it. And we're going to see what it has to offer. So yeah, music nerd reacting to movie. Let's go. Okay, music. I mean, that's a good start right there. Is this like the intro track?
Greetings, my friend. We are all interested in the future, for that is where you and I are going to spend the rest of our lives. And remember, my friend, future events such as these will affect you in the future. You are interested in the unknown, the mysterious, the unexplainable. That is why you are here.
Is this movie about the future? And is this guy like the producer, or is he like the lead singer? What is his role here?
And now, for the first time, we are bringing to you the full story of what happened on that fateful day. We are giving you all the evidence, based only on the secret testimony of the miserable souls who survived this terrifying ordeal. The incidents, the places. My friend, we cannot keep this a secret any longer. Let us punish the guilty. Let us reward the innocent. My friend, can your heart stand the shocking facts about grave robbers from outer space?
Oh, are these the band members? Because that's cool. I mean, this part has a beat, and that's cool, but the drop's kind of weak, honestly.
The home they had so long shared together became a tomb.
Yeah, so far this is shaping up to be pretty good because, in my experience, and this is like from years of like very studied musical analysis, usually when an album cover is black and white, it's very good. Usually it's very good. Most likely a classic and very influential. And since this is black and white, I'm having a kind of similar vibe here.
A sweet memory of her joyous living. The sky to which she had once looked was now only a covering for her dead body.
This is pretty cool. I didn't know they did goth and movies as well. Goth and music, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of great like goth rock and synth goth stuff, but like, goth and movie, that's kind of cool.
As soon as we landed, big army brass grabbed us and made us swear to secrecy about the whole thing. Oh, it burns me up. These things have been seen for years. They hear. It's a fact. And the public ought to know about it.
There must be something more you can do about it.
Only there isn't. Oh, but what's the use of making a fuss? But last night I saw a flying object that couldn't have possibly been from this planet. But I can't say a word. I'm muzzled by army brass. I can't even admit I saw the thing.
I'm no movie expert, but I think the production on this one's just a little rough. I've been watching this for over 10 minutes now, and like so far, not a single chorus, not a solo. Like, when's the hook? Like, Jesus Christ, they're really dragging it out.
Beside me.
A pillow?
Well, I have to have something to keep me company while you're away. Sometimes in the night when it does get a little lonely, I reach over and touch it. Then it doesn't seem so lonely anymore.
A crazy kid. I do love you, darling.
I feel like the mix on this part is a little off as well. There's something about, like, I don't know, the treble on the sound of the UFO and just the dialogue. It just seems a little off balance. I don't know. The Susie and the Banshees influence on this part is crazy. Oh my God. Oh my God, can they go 3 minutes without like a Misfits reference? Jesus Christ.
I understand, Colonel, you've been on tap for many of our saucer attacks.
I'm in charge of field operations, sir.
You believe there are such things as flying saucers, Colonel?
Yes, sir.
You've seen them?
Yes, sir.
You realize there's a government directive stating that there is no such thing as a flying saucer?
Yes, sir.
You stand by your statement that you've seen flying?
Just so many parts with no instrumentation. I mean, look, I'm very into the idea of, like, sometimes it's very much about the notes that you don't play, but just all the talking without melody. Maybe if there was a beat, it could maybe kind of be like a rap, but just all the spoken word passages. It's just too many spoken word passages, honestly.
Saucers?
Well, what about your man?
Oh, the excitement, I forgot all about Kelvin.
He'll be all right in a few minutes.
Did you see that thing? Did you get it?
We got it.
What was it? It didn't fall. I fired every bullet I had.
So did I. I don't know what it was or what happened. But unless that bag of bones over there can reassemble itself, It's out of the running now.
These are the same men who have been so close so often. They must be halted before they can inform others about us.
But there were others in the car.
They'll be taken too. Send the big one for the girl and the policeman. I'll turn on the dictorobatary so we may converse with them.
I feel like they played this guy earlier, but you know, back when they first introduced it, it wasn't really, you know, that much of a banger to begin with. Why are we coming back around?
You see? Your stupid minds. Stupid! That's all I'm taking from you. Get back here, you jerk!
Let him finish.
It's because of men like you that all must be destroyed. Headstrong.
And ready to take on anyone, apparently.
Violent. No use of the mind God gave you. You talk of God? You also think it impossible that we too might think of God? You, who wear the uniform of your country. You see, I wear the uniform of my country. Yes, we've had to use drastic means to get to you, but you left us no alternative. When you have the soul of a knight, you have nothing. Nor does the universe.
You speak of solar night, but just what is it?
Take a can of your gasoline. Say, this can of gasoline is the sun. Now, you spread a thin line of it to a ball, representing the earth. Now, the gasoline represents the sunlight, the sun particles. Here we saturate the ball with the gasoline, the sunlight. Then we put a flame to the ball. The flame will speedily travel around the earth.
Oh my God. They're characters. They're playing characters. Wow. I don't know if I could do that for that long.
What happened to you?
How come you're all alone? I asked for lots of help.
You sounded drunk or something on the radio.
I didn't see it with my own eyes. I'd never believe it.
Believe what?
It was horrible. And he almost broke my shoulder.
Look, what are you trying to say? If you don't make sense, we'll never get to the bottom of this. Now, who slugged you?
Inspector Clay.
What?
It was Clay, all right. Only not like we remembered him. Well, his grave was busted into, wasn't it?
Next, you'll tell me you saw skeletons.
We did, earlier.
I'm getting a feeling that like all of these different parts coming together are like connected in some way, like there's a narrative or a concept that they're trying to illustrate. That's mostly what I'm getting the sense of here watching this. I don't know if anyone else watching this has like come to this conclusion with a movie, you know. I know that after years of music reviewing, I've sharpened my senses so that I'm attuned to things, and I've become a very observant person. And I'm just getting a bit of a hunch here. I wonder if anybody else who's seen this is feeling the same way. Oh, this again, like. This is just getting repetitive. He looks kind of like Cal, with his eyes all like that. Looks a little bit like Cal Chichester. That's pretty cool. You don't get that in music. Well, you know, I mean, I guess like they have pyrotechnics and stuff live, but like on the album, nah.
I wonder if that's the last we'll see of them.
Perhaps. Sooner or later, there'll be others.
Look,
Another Misfits reference?
To the horseless carriage, the airplane, the telephone, the electric light, vitamins, radio, and even television. And now some of us laugh at outer space. God help us in the future.
At least they tell you when it's over. So yeah, I mean, I guess that was I guess that was a movie. It was okay. I mean, it wasn't very catchy. It in some parts, I think it went on a little too long as well. Sort of dragged in some pockets. The production and mix was kind of questionable. Just really not enough melody across the whole thing. I mean, sure that like there were moving pictures that kind of kept things engaging. It was like, you know, stuff almost got a little swapped out there. Like, yeah, it didn't really have a super strong beat or much in the way of like a strong, you know, musical theme running throughout it. But it did have people that you could see. So even if you're not hearing music all the time, you could see people. And the people were saying things and they were having exchanges. And again, that dialogue, those conversations that they were having in every different moving picture added up into a story of some sort. And the characters had emotion and motivations and different personalities, which is different than a lot of music that I hear, because usually music, it has with a song or an album, it has like, you know, one single voice or personality on there sort of saying or expressing their feeling, whereas this was multiple people, different people, all expressing their feelings or different feelings at different times, like all at once or together. Which with no music behind it, except like some very quiet music or like horns or orchestra stuff. But it didn't really sound like it was on beat in the way that it does, like with rap, you know, and people are sort of like doing a rap over some music. This wasn't so much like rhythm. It was just kind of talking and stuff, which again, I think a bit odd. Certainly not, you know, not as good as music when music does it. You know, movie talking over music, I don't think is as good. Even if there are like, you know, moving images of the people and actions that they're doing and stuff. Again, that it was black and white was cool. I liked that it was black and white. You know, certainly a change of pace. Some like small parts of movie that I've seen before were color, you know, like, what's a movie that I can think? Wedding Crashers. You know, I've seen like some parts of Wedding Crashers, and that was in color. Everybody, you know, I saw all the colors like on the clothes, on the backgrounds and stuff. But this was black and white, which I think was a cool aesthetic, if you can say aesthetic within movie. I know there's like different kind of jargon and terms for different things when it comes to cinema. You know, we use the word aesthetic when we talk about music as well, and this movie definitely had an aesthetic, if I could also apply that here. What was also pretty cool is it became apparent at one point that everybody you were seeing in movie was pretending, was not authentically saying the things that they were saying, and they were doing it to tell another story. Usually when we listen to music, and this is a false presumption, but we assume that whatever we're hearing from the person singing or rapping, that they're telling their own story. They're kind of giving their own experience. Whereas everyone here was not authentic, but not in a bad way. They weren't actually telling their own emotions and experiences. They were telling made up, make-believe experiences and playing out make-believe events in order to say something else that wasn't like their own experience. I don't know what you would say. I don't know what you would call that, pretending to, you know, not pretending to have an emotion or pretending to be a person who you're not in order to tell a story in a film. Again, I don't know what that would be named, but it is very cool that people are, have enough ingenuity to do that with moving pictures. I think that's cool. So yeah, overall experience with a movie, I would say like probably a 6 out of 10 or a 7 out of 10, probably around that range. I mean, not as exciting as music can be. Like, this was good, but is it like, I don't know, is it like the White Album? Is it like 36 Chambers? Is it like, I don't know, Giant Steps? It's certainly no Black Saint and the Sinner Lady. I'll say that. If you want to get a little pretentious, it's no Mozart. But it did have its moments, and there were things about it that certainly stood out and were different from music. And I wouldn't be averse to seeing movie again at some point. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't too bad of an experience. It wasn't too bad at all. I think I can leave it there. Those are my thoughts, reactions, and overall summation of movie. Maybe next time one with color, and see if that makes too much of a difference. With different people, obviously, like, telling the story of the movie too. That would be great as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts and my reactions to movie. And maybe there will be more potential for this, medium in the future. I mean, with like, a starting point like this, who knows what movies are going to be looking like, 10 or 20 years from now. It seems like there's so much room to advance. Over here next to my head is another video that you could check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano movie forever.